Hey everyone, today's video is a little bit different than usual. It is not a makeup tutorial. You guys have requested I share with you my makeup story, how I became a makeup artist, how I got to where I am from start to finish. So that is what I will be doing today. So just before we start, I'm sorry if I sound really nasally or what did I just say? I'm sorry if I sound nasally or quiet. Got the flu. So it's just everything is in my favor today. Got the flu, got a runny nose, just life is sweet. Also, this is the first video I do where I am sitting here talking to you guys in the entire video, so a bit nervous about that. But anyway, if you see me looking downwards, I'm looking at my laptop just to make sure it's in focus, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but in some of my previous videos I had like a lot of trouble with my autofocus, and I am talking a lot with my hands, so that needs to stop. I've also got a lot of questions that you guys have asked. I put a post on Instagram and asked you guys what you would like me to answer, so I'll tell you guys my story, and then if I didn't answer any of the questions in that, then I will jump right to your Instagram questions. So let's just get into it. So I kind of really didn't know where to start with this. I don't know whether I should talk to you about my primary school life or high school or whatever, but that's not what this video is about. I'll just jump into how I got into makeup. So I've always been into makeup, which is funny because I was never the girl at school who wore makeup. I never wore makeup to school. I wasn't allowed to until I was about 16, 17. And that was only a little bit of eyeliner. But at school, when the girls always used to wear makeup, foundation, everything, I never did. And it's funny how things have turned around. So I'll start off by saying I didn't graduate high school. I finished year 10 or 10th grade, and yeah, that was it for me. I was 16 at the time. And yeah, my first preference was always makeup. I always wanted to do makeup, but the course that I wanted to do was just too far out in the city, and as I was so young, my parents didn't really want me to take public transport. They still don't like me to take public transport, but that's okay. It's alright, something I learnt to live with. But yeah, so I couldn't do that course. So I have an older sister who's a hairdresser, and everybody was just like, well, your sister's a hairdresser, you know, why don't you do hairdressing and you just can open your own place together? So I gave in. I was like, yeah, why not? I'll try hairdressing. I love to style hair. I enjoy it on myself, but on other people doing like those formal updos and stuff, I don't really, it's not that I don't enjoy it, it's just I need more practice, but it's fun. I like hairstyling, but the other aspects of hairdressing I just didn't enjoy. And after a year of studying hairdressing, I got my certificate 3, and then I went on to do makeup at the same place. Now, I always get asked, one of my most asked questions is, did I do a makeup course? Yes, I did, but I absolutely hated it. I hated it. It was the biggest waste of time. It was 3 months, and I think it was for about 2.5 months, 1 day a week at the same place where I did hairdressing. I think I've had to phrase this. The school I went to wasn't professional. It wasn't up to that standard. I learned absolutely nothing. Everybody else who's done the course has said pretty much the same thing. I get asked a lot where I went, but I will not disclose it in this video because I don't like that school. I don't support it. It's extremely unprofessional. Everybody who's gone there, who studied there, has said the exact same thing. I wouldn't recommend it personally, but whatever. So I did that, and because I learned absolutely nothing, my self-esteem was like down here. My confidence, nothing. It was, I didn't know what to do. I was like, I love makeup, I want to get into makeup, but I don't know how. I'm not good at it. So I started at the end of February, start of March, and I finished in May. And for the rest of that year, I didn't do anything. Like, I didn't touch makeup. Actually, I didn't touch makeup till the end of that year. Okay. So I finished school in 2010. I yeah, I did 2010, and then 2011 I did hairdressing, and then 2012 is when I did makeup. And yeah, my self-esteem, my self-confidence was just at an all-time low. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know makeup. I didn't know anything until, yeah, by the end of that year, I was just like, I gotta do something with my life. I've got to do something. I've got to start. So I turned to YouTube. I learned everything that I know from YouTube, from researching products, from researching skin types. And I did learn skin types in my course, but the thing about this course that I did was they didn't have proper products to use. They didn't have enough practical work. It was mainly theory. We would sit down and write a bunch of crap on things that were irrelevant to makeup and things that I still don't even use now, and it was horrible. But yeah, I started YouTubing looks. I started practicing. I don't think anybody understands how much I practice. I would sit in front of my mirror every day, morning till afternoon till night when I had to go to work. Just every day was makeup. The way I put myself out there was I started posting my looks on Instagram, and there was one look in particular that caught people's attention. I don't know if anyone remembers it, but it was my green St. Patrick's Day look. Why am I doing this? Okay. It was my green St. Patrick's Day look, and after I posted that look, I started to get people wanting to book me. My first person that I actually let me do their makeup was my cousin. But as for non-relative client-wise, I still remember my first client. Her name's Nazreen, and if you're watching this, I still remember that. When I first started out, I wasn't the best. I wasn't very good. I didn't think I wasn't confident, and every time somebody would book me, I'd have like a panic attack. I'd be like, oh my god, what if I mess up, you know? But I just have to say massive shout out to Jenny at Pinkabell on Instagram. I spoke to her on GEEK once. She had posted, you know, talk to me, ask me makeup advice on GEEK, and she was the first person that actually boosted my confidence. You know, she gave me all of this advice on products, on makeup, on clients, on confidence, and shared her own story. And that for me was the moment that was like, okay, I can do this. And I did makeup on this person, and it went really well. And ever since then, slowly, it was just, yeah, ever since then, it was just like, okay, every time a client would come, I'd just start to panic, but then I would think about what she told me. There was one thing in particular that she told me that I still think in my head, and when people ask me for advice, this is what I tell them as well. When they are low on confidence, you know, it's just makeup. If you make a mistake, you can always wipe it off and do it again. It's not permanent. It's not like a haircut, you know, where it takes forever to grow out. You can just wipe it off if you make a mistake or anything like that. So that's something that has stuck with me since then. You know, it's just makeup. You can always wipe it off, and I think everybody needs to remember that. You know, it doesn't matter if you mess up. It doesn't matter if you do something wrong. You can always just try again and keep trying until you get it, because technique doesn't build overnight. You know, it's after a period of time, after you've done something time and time again, that's when you start to be good at it. When people ask me, how did you become good at makeup? I can't tell you when I became good, but I can tell you when I started. I started end of 2012, and I just still till this day I still practice on myself. And whenever I get the chance, you know, I grab somebody and be like, let me do your face, you know. You know, definitely if you're just starting out, practice on as many people as you can. Become familiar with different face shapes and different eye shapes and different skin types and conditions. You know, it takes a lot of practice, but the one thing that you need to be good and to make it in this industry is passion. As long as you've got passion, your talent will build and you will be amazing. I always tell people, you know, if you've got the passion, if you've got the fire, if you've got the drive, you know, you can do it. I will say it's a lot of hard work to become known, to have a steady clientele and all that. That's it. Didn't graduate high school. didn't like hairdressing, didn't like beauty school, but I'm working in makeup, so go figure. Is it easy to be a makeup artist? What if you aren't successful but that's all you wanted to do with your life? No, it is not easy being a makeup artist. Sometimes it's a breeze, a lot of the times it's not. You deal with a lot of different people, a lot of different personalities. Sometimes what they want isn't what you... Sometimes I can't explain to you what they want, and then when you do it they just aren't happy. And makeup wise, as in doing makeup, I think the more you do it, the more you get used to it, the more you learn. So I think the easier it becomes. I think it can be easy sometimes, but I think this question can be taken into a few different ways. Where is it easy dealing with the people that you work with? Sometimes not, sometimes it can be. I mean, you get the occasional person that walks in and thinks they're freaking Tyra Banks and wants to be treated like a freaking queen. And you know what, you definitely have to treat your clients well, make them feel special. But when you get people with attitude, I think the only thing you can do is kill them with kindness. I think that's probably all you can do. Just be nice, keep a straight face. If you show them that you're getting annoyed, if you show them that they're frustrating you, that'll just bring them satisfaction. I mean, then they'll walk out of your studio and then they'll be like, okay, she has attitude, she is not a good makeup artist, she treated me like this, and this. There's not much you can do in like instances like that. But as for what if you aren't successful but that's all you wanted to do with your life, I don't know how to answer that. I think if you have passion for it, if you love it, if that's all you wanted to do, you will find a way to be successful. I think social media as well plays a massive part in not success, but putting yourself out there. I mean, as for me, that's how I got out there. That's how I got my name out there. That's how I did it. I just started putting photos out on Instagram, posting my work. And it's funny because when I look at pictures that I first started posting, I look at it and I'm just like, I thought that was good. That to me was good. No, honey. But yeah, I think if you love what you do and if that's all you want to do, you'll find a way to be successful. It's a lot of hard work, but you'll get there. I believe in you. Yeah, I do. I believe in you guys. I mean, if you ever have a moment of doubt, if you ever think that nobody believes in you, just remember me. I believe in you. I support all of you. Yeah. So how did you get all your makeup, like all the good high-end brands? I'm a freelance makeup artist and making my way up to get all the good stuff. Did you get a loan to get all your makeup or save up? Do not get a loan. Do not build debt for yourself. That is not the way to go about it. I didn't do that. How's a 17-year-old going to get a loan? I don't think that's even legal. But I saved up. I work with my parents. We own a pizza shop. So that definitely benefited me because, of course, I earned a little bit from there. And I just saved up. I'm not a brand snob, but I didn't buy any I didn't buy like many drugstore products. I mean, I think the only drugstore product that I bought was foundation. I started off with like Maybelline foundation, but as for like eyeshadows and stuff, I would save up to get the good stuff. So I started buying like MAC shadows, and then I discovered other brands, and Makeup Geek is amazing. I still swear by Makeup Geek. I think after I discovered that, I kind of cut down on buying MAC products and stuff, but that is completely irrelevant to the question. But yeah, I saved up. I think that's all I can tell you. I didn't buy any drugstore products, not because, oh my god, it's drugstore, like I don't want to use any drugstore products. No, that's not why. Because I was thinking more kit-wise, like, okay, clients aren't gonna really want you to use drugstore on them. They're not gonna want you to use products where they can go to Priceline and just buy themselves. No, they'd want you to use good quality things on them. So that's what I did. I just saved up, and I wasn't thinking just for myself. I was thinking kit-wise. Okay, I need this, and this. But yeah, to answer that question, yes, I saved up. Is makeup what you want to do the rest of your life, or would you like to do something else? I don't see myself straying from makeup. I think makeup is what I want to do because there's so many things you can do. You don't just have to do clients, you don't just have to freelance. There's endless possibilities. I mean, one day eventually I would like to start my own line, maybe. I mean, yeah, there's just, makeup is definitely what I want to do. I'd like to branch out into other aspects of makeup and not just working freelance. You know, I'd love to work fashion shows and, you know, all that fun stuff, and definitely create my own line one day. How to get started? Yeah, that's the question. How to get started? Believe in yourself, definitely, because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. I mean, you'll have a few people that will truly believe in you, but if you don't believe in yourself, you can't expect anybody else to believe in you. Straight up. Straight up. How do you come up with reasonable prices for clients? Okay. I feel like this is such a very controversial topic. I mean, everyone's different. I don't recommend starting too high up when first starting out charging clients. I mean, when I first started doing clients, they were family, so I would do about, I don't know if I should, the issue here, I don't know if I should disclose prices on video or camera, because I don't know if that's professional or not, but depends, as in okay. How do you charge clients? Okay, so I'm not going to disclose how much I charge my clients on video because I don't feel like that's professional, but when but I want to help you guys out, so I think do whatever rates you want for friends and family, but I think when first starting off professionally with your kit and everything, when you first want to start off with clients, I think maybe 50 is the standard. I mean, around here you won't find cheaper than, I think actually, because pricing is different around the world. I mean, I know things in America are so much cheaper than in Australia. Like, I don't know how much it costs standard for a person in the US to get their makeup done, because I know here it's anywhere between 50 and 100. I think starting at 50 is probably your safest bet. You're not pricing yourself too low, so people think, because if you price yourself too low, people will think, okay, she's low quality, she probably isn't that good, which is probably why she's so cheap, or whatever. I think maybe starting at around 50, you shouldn't go lower than that, because that way you will also, not only will you make something from it, but this is such a hard question for me to answer, because I don't know what's normal in other cities, other countries. But as if Aussies are watching this, definitely 50 is standard. I think don't go lower than that. I think you get people that are like, okay, you gotta lower it for me a little bit. If you don't want to, you don't need to. You know, you will get a lot of stingy people, but that's just the business. I think you've got to learn to deal with it. I think when it comes to money, I'm very like iffy. Like, I don't like talking about money with people. Like, I think I don't know how to answer this question, because it's different for everybody. But yeah, like I kept saying just now, I think $50 is standard. If the more you work, the more you build yourself, I think slowly go higher. Maybe start off at 50, in 6 months time, put it up a little bit if you feel like you've improved a lot. In that sense, I did start at 50, and it was to a point where my clients were telling me, Heidi, you're too cheap, put your prices up, you know. I think at the level I'm at now, I think I'll probably leave it like this for a while. I don't know if in a year's time that will change, but yeah, I think that's a good way to start. Can you also do a what's in my makeup artist kit video, please? Definitely, I will most definitely do that. I don't know when I will film it, but I will definitely get around to doing that soon. If there's any other videos you guys want to request, just leave them in the down bar, and yeah, I'll definitely get to them. You know, I read all of my comments and all that, and I love reading your comments. It definitely puts the biggest smile on my face. Like I was sitting in bed just before, and I was just flicking through all of your comments, and I mean I'm sorry if I don't reply to all of them. I mean, it's because a lot of the time there's so many and it's so hard to keep up, but I read all of them and I appreciate all of them, and I just want you guys to know that I love you with all my heart, and thank you for supporting me and appreciating my work and just being there for me, and yeah, just being the beautiful people that you are. And yeah, thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate it. And that concludes my video for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I am so sorry about my nasally voice. I hope in the next video it would be gone, it would have disappeared, and I will be back to normal. Yeah, this is my first talking video. I'm not sure how it went. I don't think I will know until I watch the footage, which I am so nervous about, but you know, maybe I'll do more, who knows, whatever. If you guys enjoy talking videos, let me know. If you do enjoy them, I will definitely get around to doing some more. I feel like the more I talk, the more I sit here in front of the camera. I'm definitely getting used to it a little bit more, but because there are people in the house right now, it's just like I have to keep stopping because I get really embarrassed when people are just standing there and listening. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. I hope you learned something new. I hope I answered all your questions. I mean, if there was something that you wanted to know that I didn't answer, definitely also leave it in the comments and I will answer your questions for you. I really appreciate everything you guys do for me, all the support, all the love, just everything you guys do and say. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!